Hey guys and gals, today I decided how about we do a tier list on what brawlers we like to play in Brawl Stars. Now, as you see, here's all the brawlers that are in the game currently though. So if you're watching this in the future and if a brawler's not here, you know why. Now, remember, if you somehow don't read the thumbnail, then this is how fun they are to play, not how bad. So if there's a trash brawler and awesome, or if there's a bad brawler and horrible, then if a good brawler and horrible, you know why. So let's start off. It looks like they're in alphabetical order. Actually, no. I don't know. I guess we'll just, I guess we'll just continue on to see how that works. Let's move this over to the side a bit. Maybe put over here. Okay, so, that makes you look weird. I have to keep it over here. My camera's on this side. So let's just start. Starting off with 8-bit. 8-bit used to be like a maybe like a normal though, but since he's one of the best brawlers in the game though, I'm actually gonna put him in A tier. Man, I also had the virus 8-bit skin. They added a kill animation and stuff, the pins, and they actually pretty fun. Amber. I'm gonna put Amber in the B tier. Her attack mechanic is pretty fun to use. Spamming it, especially against the entire team. Burning off the bushes can be really useful. I especially love using that in Feast or Famine or Cavern Church to get all the tanks and Shellies out the bush so they have nowhere to hide. So she's B tier. Ash, I'm sorry, I'm going to put in the horrible. I don't like playing Ash for some reason though. Mainly because I'm not good with him. There are times where I can like pop off and get kills with him pretty easily. But most of the time, especially in Power League, I seem to mess up and try to go like really aggro. And maybe I kill one person, but I don't seem to hit everyone else though. Like, I think it's maybe because I'm like not good with him though. So he's going at horrible. Barley, I'm gonna put Barley in the B tier. His attack mechanic is pretty useful, getting some good area denial. Using him in Showdown and Brawl Ball is pretty fun though. Especially with the super sticky mixture though. Throwing his super all the way on maybe this side can be pretty fun, giving so much denial. So that's why Barley is B tier. B, I'm going to put in the C tier. I don't know about you guys, I don't really like playing B that much though. I think it's mainly your voice lines. Voice lines are going to play a major part, and if they're fun to play though. So yeah, I'm not that big of a fan with B, and it's really annoying. Like, say if you hit all your normal shots, I really hate that I miss my super sting shot, especially when that's the thing that ends up causing you. There is insta B low, but people would say honeycomb is better though, which maybe it is, so that's why B is that bad. Now Belle is my main. She's obviously going in S tier. I love her attack mechanic, love her voice lines though. Basically, I love her super. It's pretty useful to use against this one annoying person that's like carrying the whole entire team. Or that person in Showdown though, like an Edgar with like 8 power cubes though. She is definitely S tier. I love her gadget though, to get some of these quick brawlers off of her. So yeah, BB, I'm going to put BB in the A tier. BB is a bad brawler in the game, but I do like playing her though. Basically like smacking people is like really fun though. Her super isn't really that fun though. It can be pretty fun if you like throw it like across the map, like you hit somebody with it, but then you kill somebody else across the other map though. I do hope there's a time she becomes like meta though. I wouldn't say broken because she actually can do a pretty decent amount of damage though, but she is A tier. Bonnie, however, is definitely S tier. Bonnie is so much fun to play. Her voice lines are pretty funny as well though, especially her getting kill voice lines though. Or when you use super, her super is like really fun to launch yourself across the map, landing right on someone though. I love using that, especially against throwers. Or maybe you're just hiding in a bush just waiting for an ambush. There could be this fight that happened. Like a 10 power cube person just got out of a fight at low health and you can boing wrong right on them to finish them off, which catches them off guard. Bonnie is really fun to play. Bo, right now, Bo used to be about like a normal brawler though, but since he's actually one of the best, I'm putting him in A tier. I like playing him now. I always liked using his mines though, but the fact I could dish out so much damage now and get lots of kills is literally why I like playing him. There's no doubt I'm putting at an S tier. I'm not even going to explain anything. Bull used to be like bad, but because of this hypercharge, I'm actually putting him in A. Literally, the hypercharge is pretty fun. I think one main reason is because of the skins I have for these people though. Like I have Zeus Brock though. I used a Lion Bull skin though. Using his hypercharge is pretty fun to just run towards somebody with it. Like it probably like freaks them out. It's especially fun against Heist. So yeah, Buzz. I'm actually putting Buzz also in the A tier. He's really fun to use in Showdown. I really like playing solo Showdown and using his super to like kill like the person I can easily kill. Usually I walk around using his angry pin, like blowing a whistle like you're teaming, so I end up killing them. The stun is pretty useful. Obviously you got to be careful because there are some brawlers that can like have fast reflexes though. But if you're like in a bush though with facing off like say a B, maybe even a BB teaming though, then you can latch onto them though to punish them. Even if you get killed yourself, maybe you got yourself in 4th, so he's obviously A tier. Byron, I don't know about you guys, but Byron is S tier in my opinion. Mainly because his voice lines aren't that good though, in my opinion. But I love his attack mechanic though. Pretty much he's like Piper and Barley. Piper and not Barley, Crow combined though. I love hitting my teammates with it, especially since it can stack like a lot though. I love doing that in Showdown, especially since you have so many powers and get lots of healing. That's really fun, especially if you're fighting a tank though, because they can be really aggro, running towards people while you just keep healing them. So yeah, Carl, I don't know. I'm putting Carl in bad. I'm not a fan of Carl though. I don't know why. I think mainly because sometimes I mess up with him though. Or it might be just me. I don't know. Like his winning voice lines is fine. His getting kill ones. I think it's mainly because I'm not that good of a Carl player. Colette. Now Colette probably used to be B tier, but because of this hypercharge, it buffed her up to A tier. Using her super in Heist is so much fun, or just using her super in general. What I like is that even if you get killed while using your hypercharge, the spirit still goes, which gets the afterkill, which is what Colette sometimes struggles on though. So yeah, it's good to get vengeance. Colt used to be like bad brawler, but because he's really good though, he is B tier. I don't have his hypercharge, so I don't rank him. By the looks of it, I don't really think that's fun to play. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I don't have his hypercharge though, but he used to be bad, and because he's a good brawler now, I'm playing him a lot more. Crow, I'm going to put in normal. Again, I don't have his hypercharge though, but it seems really fun to use though. But I think one thing that's keeping him from the A tier is that it's super hard to charge though. Usually I see Crow in Heist now, obviously because of the strategy you can do, dealing more damage to the safe than Colette can, so... Daryl, I'm going to put him bad. I think it's just me. I think Daryl's one of the most forgetful brawlers, at least in my opinion. I forget to play him, though, from time to time. So, yeah, Daryl is bad in my opinion. Edgar is F tier. Even though he's, like, really good in the game with the hypercharge. Like, obviously, when he first came out, it was probably B tier. But for some reason, I'm not a fan of playing Edgar. Maybe I'm being too hard. Maybe I'll put him in C tier. I think mainly because... he's so cheesy and newbie to play in Showdown, especially with the hypercharge. Maybe in 3v3 he's like more skill cap though, but still, I feel like such a noob playing Edgar in Showdown. And I know that's free trophies though, which I do from time to time, but still, I just don't like liking it. Obviously, also Edgar gets on my nerves in Showdown. He can just run towards you. If I'm playing a brawler like BB, my main, Crow. He can literally just keep on following you to the end of the map though. He's also one of the biggest teamers in Showdown, so yeah. Ems, I'm gonna put Ems in. I actually put her in A tier. I like her super. I think I'm mainly saying this because I'm using the DJ3M skin though, which is pretty fun when you get a kill and how it looks though. But I guess that's me. DJ M's is one of my favorite skins though. So yeah. Eve, I'm gonna put in the normal tier though, mainly because sometimes I may have a hard time playing her though. Obviously, if the map has lots of water, then I like playing her a lot though. But there's not that many in the game right now though, so she's normal for now. Fang, I'm going to put Fang in the B tier. And I would put him A or S because I know he is one of the most fun. The problem with me playing Fang is that sometimes I like mess up with him. And Fang messing up with his super is not a good thing. Pretty much the one time I pop off with Fang would be on Ring of Fire though. Other than that, there could be times where the enemy is too far away, but I don't realize it. They could be behind a wall. That's the thing, like, they could be right next to a wall. I think, like, I'm going to hit them, but I end up hitting the side of the wall, which messes up, so, yeah. I think mainly because I make mistakes with Fang, which is why, he's only in B tier. Frank, I'm going to put in bad. Frank definitely is somewhat fun to play. He is a fun counter to teamers with his, active noise cancellation gadget, though, especially against the Shellys, though. And I like his power grab power because once you get a kill on one of the teamers, you're able to like force them to fall back though. Especially like, do you want to die? Yeah, especially if Shelly's using a Band-Aid, you're able to hit your 3 shots though to get your super. So yeah. Gale, I'm gonna put in D tier. I'm not a fan of playing Gale. I know he's risen up a little bit though, but I don't know. I think it's mainly because I don't like his voice lines though. Maybe because I also don't like how he looks, though. I'm not that big of a fan of Gale. Gene, I'm going to put in the B tier. His super has some potential. I love using it in Knockout. I think using it on Knockout and Bounty is literally the reason why he's in B tier. Other than that, I'm not that big of a fan. I do like the magic puffs, though. Problem is, sometimes I miss my super, and that literally, like, oh my god, messes me up. Grief, I'm going to put in the C tier. I'm not that big of a fan of Grief. He does have some potential, though, because I am using the high school. Maybe I'm B tier. I'll put him in B tier. He does have some potential, though, from time to time, though. But since he's falling off, though, and people know how to counter him, though, I'm not getting as many kills or wins with him, so. Grom, however, is definitely, where do you go? S tier. I don't know about you guys. I know how to play Grom mainly because I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe don't know how. Maybe I'm just really good with Grom is what I should say. Because like really, like I love getting team wipes with his super though. It's really fun, especially when your teammate looks at you like, God dang, he's a good Grom player. I've seen that happen like lots of times. How many clap, thumbs up, or love pins people give me, especially in Showdown and Power League. So Grom is definitely S tier. Jackie is where is she? She's in S tier. Her attack can be pretty fun to use though. I love using her super to pull in lots of people together, especially the teamers. She's also another good team wiper. Her voice lines are pretty funny. I love using her pins though, especially her angry pin or her nervous pin. It's especially fun. Janet. Now, I feel bad. Janet used to be S tier when she first came out, but I'm going to put her A tier mainly because since she's not that good in the game now, I'm not getting as many kills, not that getting many wins. So, yeah, Janet has moved down to the A tier, and I feel bad, though, just because she was good for too long. Jessie used to be bad, but I'm actually going to put her in a B tier, mainly because I'm, like, really liking her, ability that she uses with her super where she slows them down, especially with the gadget charge gear. I don't really have her hypercharge, but still, like, I love using it. Especially I can just keep shooting at the turret, making them waste ammo while they still taking damage. Since you can shoot at the turret, it'll bounce over to them too. So yeah, I actually like that. Leon, I'm gonna put in the A tier. He did get a hypercharge though, which probably would have put him in S tier. Maybe would have. I don't have his hypercharge though, so maybe I would put him S tier if I had that. But he's going A tier. I do like him, especially in Showdown or Brawl Ball, able to sneak on them, hot zone, catches them off guard. Lou, yeah, I'm gonna put him in C. I have his hypercharge, which probably put him up from horrible. I'm not a fan of playing Lou though, and I think mainly because I don't. Oh, 1 second. Okay, I don't really like his voice lines though that much though. So Lou is going to C. Maybe I'll put him at the top of C tier though. Okay, whatever. Max, I'm gonna put Max in B tier. No, A tier. A tier. Maybe because I have the Leopard Max skin though, but Max's super is pretty fun to use. Catching up to people though, or giving some brawlers that would be pretty broken if they move fast, like Jackie, maybe even Frank though, Ash. Pretty fun to do. Now Dynamite. Now, for some of you guys, if you're like a pro Dynamite player, you probably put him in S tier. I'm gonna put him in B tier. Like, if you look at my gameplay, you'll probably say I'm good, but I really feel like I could be better. Maybe if I had his hypercharge, I'd put him in S tier. I don't. His hypercharge does seem one of the most fun to use, so. Mortis is going in the A tier. Now, I think for me, I suck with him in 3v3. I think the only time I actually do good against him maybe be Brawl Ball, maybe Knockout. Other than that, I'm not that good, but I like using him in Showdown. I do like how they did the change the coil snake where you don't have to wait till your ammo is full. So, Mortis literally is an A tier because of that. I really like the escaping feature though. As many Eggers, Fangs, even Cordelia says I escape because of that though. And then right when they're vulnerable, I finish them off just like that. Even Miko. You know, Miko's annoying in Showdown right now. I could just dash away. Some people even avoid you because it's not worth it. You can just dash anyway. So yeah, I like playing Mortis. Even though he is also one of the biggest teamers. Once again, I don't really team. The only time I team is like if I desperately need trophies though, if I kept losing. Yeah, so I like playing Mortis. Mr. P, I'm gonna put him in B. He would be C, but the thing I like about him is that he's a good counter. His portals are a good counter to some of the annoying brawlers that don't have that, like throwers. Some other ones I can't really think of that much. Maybe Frank because he has to stop to attack, maybe give you a chance to get close to him though. So yeah. Nani, I'm gonna put in D tier. I don't think I ever was a fan of Nani though. Like, yes, I can sometimes hit my shots. Yes, I sometimes win with Nani, and obviously I choose Nani if they mainly choose like a Piper on their team though. And the teleporting gadget can be somewhat useful, so his gadgets can be really decent to use. But I don't know about you guys, I'm not that big of a fan of playing Nani. Nita. Now, Nita used to be in like C, but I'm actually putting her in A tier, and I think I'm just saying this because of the skin. I have the Tusk Nita skin, and that skin is so much fun to use. I love the kill animation, the effect. That's mainly probably the reason I'm putting her in A tier, so in case you guys know, I'm pretty sure you guys can agree, the skin is dope. Same thing with Mortis. I have the Mecha Mortis skin, though, so I really shouldn't be ranking these on skins, though, but I don't know, some of you guys might not agree. Otis, I'm putting in D tier. I don't like that Otis doesn't have voice lines. Like, he just has sounds. Like, I hate brawlers that doesn't really have voice lines, though. Like, there are some people that have funny voice lines which put them in S tier, like Bonnie, like Jackie. Yeah, other than that, I'm not a fan of Otis, of him just making gargle noises. Pam is also D tier. Pretty sure you guys can agree, Pam isn't, like, one of the least fun brawlers to play, though. Even though I have the Evil Queen Pam skin, which I guess makes her better. I'm actually going to put her, like, right next to Ash. So, yeah, Pam... Yeah, Pam is somewhat fun to play, though. But other times, I don't really like playing her. Pretty much Hot Zone is probably the only time I play her. Showdown, she can be useful, especially against Edgar because of the Scrap Sucker, so maybe that's just me. Maybe I should play more Pam. I think that might be just me. Penny. Penny, I'm gonna put in B tier. Penny's Penny's turret is fun from time to time though, because it catches some people off guard. Like say if they kill you, then boom, the cannon just you know, gets you vengeance though, which is especially useful on knockout and bounty. So yeah, Piper, I'm gonna put in the A tier. Piper is pretty devastating to go against. As you guys know, pretty much almost every time we're on an open map in Power League, Piper is banned though. And if they don't ban it, then you try to ban Nani. And if they don't, then you seem to be somewhat screwed. I like playing Leon against her in Shooting Star because I guess that's somewhat decent though. Mainly because I really like her gadget and her snappy sniping star power. It's really useful for getting these annoying people off of you. Agger. Geez, just pushing them back though, causing them to either fall back or try to kill you, and you're able to spam lots of shots on them. So yeah, Piper is A tier. Poco, I'm gonna put Poco in the Okay, I'm back. Something went wrong with my screen recorder, and I got worried though. So where were we? Poco. Yeah, Poco is B tier though. He probably would be C tier, but I have the trash Poco skin, which is really fun to use though. So yeah, El Primo. Yes, once again in Showdown fun. So put in B tier. I love his supplement gadget. You can get like powerful eggers off of you, Shellys. I'm sure you guys can agree with that. Spamming his super can be somewhat fun depending on who you're attacking. So yeah, Rico. I'm gonna put in D. I'm not a fan of playing Rico, and I don't know why. I should play Rico more. His super bouncy can be somewhat useful though. I think it's just me. I think mainly because I don't play enough Rico though, and I really should. Rosa now. Literally, ever since they buffed her to be one of the best, she's one of my favorite brawlers to play though. Using her super zone, I don't even have her hypercharge, but she is really fun to play. She's really useful against the teamers too, because her super can literally like somewhat dominate against them though. And since you somewhat can be hitting multiple people, you have your super again though. Gets you more power cubes so you do more damage, stay alive. Rosa is S tier in my opinion. Ruffs. Now Ruffs is probably the most underappreciated brawler in the entire game. Like about 90% of the time, I don't see Ruffs though, and I don't know why. Ruffs is S tier. He's fun to play. Little voice lines, I love his super. Giving it to teammates like that is pretty fun to do. Yeah, using that in Gem Grab and Brawl Ball is really fun. Hot Zone. Yeah, his super is really fun to play. Sandy used to be like B tier, but since he's actually a good brawler now, I'm actually putting him in the A tier. Mainly because I like how they buff his Exhausting Storm star power though. I love using that star power though. Especially on really bushy maps though, combined with the root sands though. Since it covers a big area, especially like Brawl Ball, it really like forces them to like fall back, which gets them close, your team closer to the goal. So Sandy is A tier. Shelly is again another A tier brawler though. She probably was down here in C tier when she was terrible. Wait, where'd she go? Where's she? Oh, there she is. Yeah, she used to be, yeah, probably C tier back then, but they buffed her movement speed though. I probably would have put her in S tier if she was still very fast though. But still, I like her shell shock power for clay pigeons. Mainly people keep using her super at close range, which I understand, but she also is another counter to teamers. However, she is also one of the big teamers though. But yeah, as many times I blasted, use my super to hit somebody behind a wall, slow them down, and clay pigeons them, then yeah, it catches them off guard though. Some people don't even try to go for you to be like, okay, that's Shelly. I'm pretty much going to get screwed if I go for her. So yeah, she's A tier. Lola. Now Lola is, in my opinion, a S tier brawler. S tier brawler though. Her voice lines are somewhat funny, but I really like her attack animation, mechanic. Even her winning voice lines are pretty fun to do though. Using her super can be somewhat like decent, which actually is why I like to play her like a lot though. Putting it on top of yourself, dealing so much damage. People underestimate how much damage she can actually do though. And when I melt through like an egger that jumps onto me, they be like so shocked, like, what? Like, do they think they can heal off the ego? That's probably why. Meg, again, is another S tier brawler. Even whenever she didn't have the rework where she spawns in her mech though, she's always been an S tier brawler though. I love using her mech in Hot Zone though, so Meg, yeah, she's always been an S tier brawler. Spike. I don't know. I'm gonna put Spike in B tier. Like, obviously, I understand why he doesn't have voice lines though, but I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm just being too much for not having voice lines though. But yeah, his attack can be pretty good though. His super can be used for getting people off of you. And he does do a surprisingly good amount of damage though, which surprises people. Sprout, I'm going to put into C tier. I'll put at the top of C tier. He's almost B tier. I think what's holding him back from being in B tier is he can be somewhat easy to dodge. Depending on like who you're facing up against though. His super is somewhat viable, but sometimes I forget how the walls connect. Like, you could throw it here, like, expect it to connect to this wall, but then it doesn't. And you may end up, like, instead of, like, knocking them back, you may push yourself in front of them, though. Which is some mistakes I somewhat did, especially in Knockout. Really annoying. Squeak, I'm going to put in C tier. I'm not a fan of playing Squeak, though. That might be just me, but I'm not that big of a fan of him, though. I don't know what else to say. I just don't like playing Squeak. Stu, I'm going to put Stu in B tier. Spamming his super can be super fun, especially because I got the Jock Stu skin. So yeah, Stu can be somewhat decent, though. So yeah, Surge. Now, Surge is definitely an S tier brawler, though. Super, super useful. Actually, no, that's A tier. Oh. Super, super fun to play, especially in Showdown. Like Squash, like I feel like the Squash from Plants vs. Zombies, though, whenever I do that. He can do a great amount of damage, though, and it even teaches some people to, like, stay away. Surge is definitely a fun brawler to play. Tara, I feel bad, maybe I should play more Tara, but I'm going to put her in B tier. I think mainly because, once again, like Fang, I make mistakes with her. Throw my super out too far, too low. Getting team wipes with her is pretty fun and more common, but still. Tick, I'm going to put in bad. Not a fan of playing Tick, though. Pretty much the only time I play Tick is in Bounty and Knockout. I mean, yes, there could be times I can be the star player, but still, I don't know why. I'm just not that big of a fan of playing Tick. Gus. Now, Gus, he received a nerf to his, his gadget, which actually nerfed him down in the B tier. That's usually the thing that was keeping him from being an A and S tier brawler. He was A tier back then, but now because of that, he's B tier. Sam. Now, Sam is definitely S tier. Spamming his super is so funny. His using super voice lines is so fun to hear, though. And since you can spam his super, it's really his getting killed ones, even his winning animation ones, though, is pretty fun to use. Sam is definitely S tier. Buster. Now, Buster was an S tier when he first came out, and even after that, he still was S tier. But now, since people are knowing how to predict, like, can predict against him, he's actually an A tier. Like, his slow-mo replay, which I understand, pretty much you basically didn't even use that for the slow effect, though, unless, like, you used it, got killed, and your teammate can finish them off. But, yeah. I pushed him to mastery that time. He wasn't that good, though, so... Oh, boy, Chester. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm pretty sure you guys all know why Chester is in S tier brawler in the game. I'm pretty sure you guys can know why. Gray. Gray, I'm gonna put Gray in B tier. His walking can be somewhat used. I do like how he says pew with his attack. It can be pretty fun from time to time. His super, I do really like his super though. His super is a really unique mechanic that I like. So yeah, Mandy, like Chester, is definitely a fun S tier brawler to play though. Due to her long range, there could be some times where you can kill somebody off screen. Like say like a B, like on Dark Passage, like I can shoot somebody, I can 2-tap some people depending on how many power cubes I have, catching them off guard. He was like, wait, and then boom. I really like her caramelized star power because it goes great for super, especially if like an Edgar jumps onto you. You can like shoot them, get some slow, and then you can super them. Her super is pretty hit or miss, but it's really fun to use. Her using super ones, getting more than one kill with it. Even her voice lines. I love her getting hurt, her winning, her killing voice lines are pretty funny. RT, now I'm gonna put it horrible. I don't know about you guys. I keep saying that, but I'm not a good fan of RT. Maybe like up here, maybe I'll put him, maybe he's at the top because his super is pretty fun though. I think mainly because once again, I'm not that good with him. Like, I don't know why, like the other sharpshooters, maybe because I don't play enough RT though, which is why he's down here. That's probably why. Maybe I just don't play enough of him though, because I understand he does more damage. I think mainly another one because I find him like a rip-off version of Bell. Because Bell, you have to use a super so then to take more damage. However, RT, you can just hit them and they take more damage from any source. Like, I know Bells can stay, but pretty much when you mark somebody, they pretty much die, like, quickly after that, though. RT, like, is all the time. And in fact, you can mark more than one person. Like, I find him such a rip-off of my main. Willow, now Willow is definitely an S tier brawler in my opinion. I push her to mastery mainly in Cavern Church though. As many times as I hypnotize like a 10 power cube Shelly or Edgar and push them right into the smoke. It's so much fun to use though. She's especially useful against teamers if they don't see you hypnotize them or if they can't get to you pretty easily. Her dive gadget is also pretty useful for avoiding attacks. As many times as like Edgar jumped onto me though, I just dive though. Like yes, you're predictable and know where you're gonna spawn, but that gives time to quickly press your gadget button to either kill people or launch them right into the smoke. It's really fun to do. Hank, now I don't know if some of you guys might be surprised about this. Some of you guys might agree, some of you guys might disagree, but Hank is definitely an S tier brawler. One main reason, I love his attack mechanic. He can do so much damage though. His voice lines, besides Chester, are probably one of my favorites in the entire game, though. Like, I really like his getting kill ones, though. Basically, like, you can't handle the crust. It's really fun to do, especially because in Showdown, lots of power cubes. You can one-tap some brawls when you get enough. It's really fun. I also like his winning animation, though. It's really fun. Maisie. Now, Maisie is, again, she is an A tier brawler. She's almost S tier. The thing that's holding her from S tier is that I don't really like her voice lines that much. Her using super voice lines I like, though. But other than that, I don't really like. And pretty much the one other voice line I like is her anger pin. But, I don't know. Maybe I just have weird taste, but I don't like. Cordelia's horrible. I hate playing Cordelia's. Maybe I don't know. And it's not only because he pissed me off when he first came back, though. It's just Cordelia's. Again, I don't think I'm that good with him. Usually, almost every time I send somebody to shadow him, I'm either dead or almost dead. And that really, like, puts a damper on things, though. Sometimes I may misplace and send somebody to shadow, especially like Brawl Ball. I can make a mistake and put the wrong person in the realm. And I hate that, especially when it's up to me when they're about to score. Doug, now, hear me out. I know Doug is a horrible brawler. I really want a Doug meta. Ever since Doug came out, he has been horrible, which I understand. Obviously useful in Showdown, though, because, you know, the bring back to life thing, especially if you have lots of power cubes or give it to your teammates. We really need a Doug meta. I'm pretty sure some of you guys can agree, but we really need a Doug meta. Pearl. Now, Pearl, she used to be a B tier, but because of this movement speed buff, this actually put her in A tier. Like, her mechanic of heating up over time is really useful combined with her gadget. I get lots of kills to her. I don't have her hypercharge, but her super is also pretty fun to use. I love breaking up the map in Brawl Ball, so yeah, that puts her in A tier. Chuck. Now, Chuck is definitely, figuratively, S tier. Him spamming his super in Heist is so much fun. So much fun. Like, some of you guys probably can agree with me on this. Spamming his super in Heist is so much fun, though. Especially when you get kills. You basically just ram into them like, it's really fun to do. Charlie. Now, ever since Charlie came out, I have not been a fan. Even though she was really OP. Even, like, in Power League, if she wasn't banned somehow, though, I wasn't a fan of Charlie. And I don't know why. I think mainly because maybe I'm not good with her, like Carl, but it comes back quickly. Obviously, up close, I think it wasn't her attack. I think it was her super. Sometimes I miss because I try to shoot it from far range, especially in Gem Grab when they have all the gems. But I mess up. As many thumbs down I got because I missed, and that's right. And finally, Miko. Miko is a B tier brawler. Miko is pretty fun. The only thing I don't like about Miko is his super. I'm not saying his super is not bad, but sometimes I can't really catch up to somebody when he uses his super, though. So, also his hypercharge. His hypercharge is pretty not great. The hypercharge itself is good, but it takes so long to charge. The fact it, like, affects like that. The fact it works like that, they really should buff the hypercharge rate is what I'm just saying. And that is all the brawlers in the game currently. So these are the S tiers, though. These are the A tiers. These are the B tiers. These are the C tiers. And these are the D tier. So if you guys don't agree with me, let me know. Let me know. I might change my opinion if I think about something that I missed, though. But those are my favorite brawlers. These are my favorite and worst brawlers that I like to play. For instance, yeah, Belle, Ruffs, Lola, Surge, Sam, Mandy, Willow. Those are all brawlers I got mastery titles for. Who else here? No, not Colette. Ems, Buster. Anyone else here? No, Ems, Buster. Yeah, I think that's it. That's not here. No, I have more. Who am I missing? Ems, Buster. Hang on, 1 second. Okay, yeah, what was I saying was, yeah, these are all the mastery tiles I collected. So I got M, Surge, Ruffs. Yeah, that's what it was. Ruffs. Belle, Lola, Sam, Buster, Mandy, and Willow. I know I was missing some, so yeah, once again, if you guys don't agree with me, let me know, and I see you guys next time. Bye-bye.